Hey everyone, welcome back to Ganai's FOSS News. Let's kick things off with a serious security alert. According to Open Source for You, researchers have uncovered a critical vulnerability in the Linux kernel called DirtyClone. This is a local privilege escalation flaw with a CVSS score of 8.8. That's pretty severe. Here's what makes it dangerous. An unprivileged user can exploit this vulnerability to bypass read-only protections, manipulate memory in flight, and gain full root access to a system without leaving any traces on disk. This affects the entire Linux ecosystem, so if you're running Linux, it's time to start checking for patches. The stealthy nature of this attack is particularly concerning because it operates silently. Now, staying on the security front, things just got worse. Open Source for You is reporting on a highly contagious software supply chain worm called Miasma. This is a self-propagating threat that's actively compromising developer environments right now. Here's how it works. Miasma hijacks GitHub Actions workflows, those automated processes developers rely on, and plants malicious configuration hooks. But here's the really scary part. It weaponizes local AI coding agents like Claude Code to spread further and deeper into your system. This represents a critical escalation in software supply chain security because it doesn't just target one developer or one project. It's worm-like, meaning it replicates and spreads across package registries and development tools. If you use GitHub and AI-powered coding assistants, this is something you need to be aware of immediately. You know what? The security story gets even deeper. According to Open Source for You reporting on Mozilla's Zero-DIN cybersecurity research, there's a brand new attack vector that most people aren't even thinking about. Mozilla's Zero-DIN team has demonstrated how attackers can weaponize the automated error recovery instincts of AI coding assistants to bypass traditional security tools and hijack developer systems. The attack works by placing malicious code in repositories that, when encountered by an AI agent, triggers automatic error recovery behavior. The AI tries to fix the error, which sounds helpful, right? But instead, it executes the attacker's payload. This compromises not just the developer's local machine, but also CI/CD runners, which are critical to the entire software deployment pipeline. It's a sophisticated attack that exploits the very intelligence we've built into our coding tools. Okay, so we've got some serious threats on our hands. But the good news is that the industry is stepping up. Open Source for You is reporting that on June 26th, Deloitte joined IBM and Red Hat as a key collaborator on an ambitious new initiative called Lightwell. This project launched back in May 2026 with a massive $5 billion commitment to protect enterprises from AI-driven zero-day exploits. Here's what makes Lightwell different. Instead of waiting for vulnerabilities to be discovered and patched the traditional way, Lightwell injects automated, backported patches directly into production code. Think of it as getting security fixes before problems even fully materialize. With frontier AI systems creating new security challenges at an unprecedented pace, this kind of proactive, automated defense is becoming essential. It's a perfect example of how open-source collaboration and corporate investment can unite to tackle existential security problems. All right, let's shift gears and talk about some positive innovation happening in the open-source space. According to Open Source for You, on June 27th, researchers from Peking University and DeepSeek jointly introduced and open-sourced a fascinating new framework called DSpark. This is a speculative decoding framework designed to optimize large language model inference. Now, what does that mean in practical terms? DSpark delivers up to a 661% throughput gain while simultaneously slashing compute waste in live production systems. That's a massive efficiency boost. For AI companies and researchers running LLMs at scale, this kind of optimization is game-changing. By open-sourcing this technology, DeepSeek and Peking University are democratizing access to more efficient AI tools, which means faster responses, lower power consumption, and reduced costs across the entire ecosystem. Now, if you're serious about open source and privacy, you might be interested in what Purism is offering. According to its FOSS, Purism has released the Librem 16 Linux laptop, which is designed from the ground up for freedom-focused users. The base model starts at $2,899, but if you really want to go all in with custom configurations, you can spend up to $11,944. That's a significant investment, but what you're paying for is hardware that respects your privacy and runs on open-source principles. The Librem 16 comes with Purism's own Pure OS, which is built on Debian, and the company emphasizes hardware security features and freedom from proprietary software. It's not for everyone, especially at that price point. But for developers, security researchers, and privacy advocates who want to support open-source hardware initiatives, it's a compelling option. Finally, let's highlight an inspiring story of open source being used for social good. Open Source for You is reporting on 18-year-old Sarthak Sathant from Jharkhand, India, who's leveraging open source technology to fight corruption and democratize government transparency. Following his high-profile exposure of CBSE grading irregularities, remember, he was just a student when he exposed that scandal. Sarthak has now launched a searchable, open-source civic tech portal. This platform archives 1.66 crore, that's 16.6 million, public procurement files from India's government. The goal is straightforward: combat corruption and give citizens access to information about government contract spending. This is exactly what open source is meant to do: empower individuals and communities to hold institutions accountable. Sarthak is using open source not just as a technology choice, but as a statement about transparency, access, and collective power.